Hi, welcome to Home A-Cookin. I'm Steve.
I'm Sherri, the much younger sister.
She is my sibling.
Much younger.
We're not professional chefs by any means. We hope you enjoy what you see. We hope you do subscribe. And that if you have any comments, please let us know.
And welcome to Home A-Cookin.
And welcome to Home A-Cookin. Okay, I know if you see a lot of smoke, we're not in trouble here. We're cooking actually, and this is the beginning of chicken and sausage gumbo. And Sherri, you've had it before, but have we ever made it in front of you?
No, I also made it for myself, but I don't have the original.
We did open the windows.
Yeah, I did open the windows. This is the way it is when you're making gumbo, apparently, with the roux. I have made for you have a recipe out of a cookbook, but this is an actual family recipe of Ben's, and Ben grew up down on the Gulf of Mexico in Louisiana. So this is original to the Cajun area that he had grown up with.
So this is like a half cup of oil.
Yes.
And a half cup of flour. And you see it's getting pretty dark brown.
It's an iron skillet, as you see, and it's already getting fairly brown.
Yeah, really brown.
If the smoke alarm will allow it, we'll get as dark as we can without burning the flour.
How thick do you want it? It really has changed in just a couple of minutes that we've been doing this.
Getting darker and getting thicker, as you can tell.
'Cause
Now, when we're at about the right spot on color, and we want it dark,
It's getting thicker as it's cooking.
it gets thicker. That's because of the flour. Okay, so this is important to gumbo for the taste.
I know.
Okay,
It really smells.
and I have to say it, but we don't want what we refer to as Yankee roux. That's when the roux is too light.
It's too hot.
Sorry about having to use that word. But when it gets this dark, I think we could like cut it a little bit short.
Chocolate.
So now we'll add the veggies.
Yeah, this is the trinity he's putting in: the green pepper, celery, and
Celery
onion.
and onion, yeah. And you have to use white onion or yellow onion or
Make a
White or
difference?
yellow,
white or yellow?
just not red.
Okay, just not red.
Okay.
Any reason why? Is it just tradition?
Well, yeah, I guess
It's like you
you don't
said.
want to see the red onion.
You told me you never want to use red bell pepper, but you said you just never saw red in gumbo. So
That's right.
And you don't have
It
tomato in your
doesn't
gumbo.
make a difference in the taste. It's just that I've never seen it in there.
That's right.
Because there's not tomatoes in gumbo, not in Cajun gumbo. There's no tomatoes.
Now, do you see what happens? See our roux, how dark it is on the bottom?
And it's mixing it with the veggies.
Yeah, we mix it with the
And
veggies.
they'll wilt.
Okay.
Yes, and our heat is on medium.
Medium heat.
I might also warn you that the roux is also considered Cajun napalm. It's very hot. You don't want to splash it on you. Because if you splash it on you, it's going to burn.
It'll burn.
That's
It'll
Cajun napalm. Don't forget that.
stick. Well, just be careful.
Yes, Cajun napalm.
Who would have thought cooking would be so challenging?
Who thought it
It's not that challenging.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it
So
smells good.
we'll allow these kind of cook a little bit.
This is the kind of dish that we when we were living in Los Angeles, and we didn't get that many rainy days, but when we had a rainy day, I would let Ben know, hey, it's gumbo weather.
It's gumbo time.
That's
This is a
right.
great dish for like chilly, rainy, snowy days.
Well, it'd be a perfect day for today because it's overcast right now. It looks like rain.
So again, this is going to be chicken and sausage gumbo, and the sausage is andouille sausage.
Yes.
And do we do what?
Andouille in now.
Put it in now.
And andouille,
So
you can get in any grocery right now. A few years ago you couldn't, but right now I see it everywhere.
So now we have the roux mixed in with the trinity, which is the green bell pepper, onion, and celery. And
Yes.
how much of that in each did you have?
I think I probably had about a cup of each.
A little bit more than me, but then you stir it all together, and then you put in the sausage, in this
Yes.
case. And then what's next?
What's next? We have
What's next? We'll put the okra in.
Then we have frozen okra
frozen
here.
okra.
And it's primarily because that's about all you can find up here, not fresh okra at this time of year. But you
Put
do
it now?
use fresh as well,
Yes.
and it's
yes.
sliced.
Okay.
Put in the center there.
Sliced okra.
Oh,
Get it all in. Still in there?
still in there, stuff in there. Okay. That's in.
Okay. So now we have the okra added, and this is how much okra? Did you say?
I put 2 cups of okra.
2 cups of chopped sliced okra.
Sliced okra.
And right here
And-
we have the chicken broth liquid. You cook chicken in it.
That's right.
Which is just water and a whole chicken,
Yes,
Chicken
which you
bones.
then took
then
out
debone.
and took the meat off the bones.
right.
So
Now-
then the broth you leave.
And country style, which I guess most Cajun cooking would be considered country style. As a boy, there was not the luxury of boiling a chicken ahead of time and deboning it. So the chicken pieces with bone in were put in the gumbo. And that way you fished around the gumbo to find which piece of chicken you wanted.
Well, I remember
The
when you
bone was
first
in.
made it for me, you always made it that way, the big pieces of chicken in the gumbo, and we always had the little pick to put the bones on as you ate your gumbo. You took the meat out and ate it, and then put the bone in.
Yes,
But now you made it convenient.
So-
You cityfied it.
I cityfied.
Acidified. Countrified to acidified. Okay, do you want chicken in next?
No,
then, or what do you
the
want?
chicken will go, and we should turn that down.
Yeah, that's something to really simmer or boil.
Right,
Again, this is just the broth resulting from cooking the chicken.
yeah.
And how much would you say is here? How many quarts? About
Looks like about
Quart and a half?
quart and a half to 2 quarts?
Yeah.
But you get those
2 quarts, I'd say 2
2 quarts.
quarts.
Yeah, and this is another one of those dishes you can feel free to play with a little bit. It's a little flexible. Add more water if you want. And you've done it with shrimp, where you would take the shrimp shells, simmer them in water, and add that water to it for a nice little shrimpy flavor with the chicken broth.
Yes. yes.
Shrimpy flavor?
shrimpy.
Shrimpy flavor.
Okay, shrimpy.
Let's
Yeah.
add
Like,
a,
what do you like?
let's sprinkle a little salt in.
Okay.
You have to remember that the sausage is probably
Salty.
salty
Now, I'm
already.
looking over here, I'm seeing the spices you have. You have a gumbo filet.
Right.
And is that for, what's this for? Is that
That's
for
generally put in after you serve it.
service?
Yeah,
for
that
the
one's
spice?
sweet.
Personal taste.
And you have cayenne red pepper.
Right. And we can add some of that now. Again, sprinkle it on. I think you can generally recognize how hot you want the dish. All right, so that's boiling. What we can do now,
Well, that's really
slide it
boiling.
over here close by.
So you put all that, you
So
need,
what are you gonna do now?
Slide this over.
Okay.
Okay, what we want to do,
Oh, wait.
transfer this.
You want
Now,
okay, just
that pan's really heavy.
we will also, I will do it this way.
Good.
You also be careful because it's going to splatter.
Now,
The
Jim-
longer you cook it, the okra will come apart and blend in, and then probably all you would see would be a few of the seeds that are around.
It's great when it's freshly made, but it's really good the next day.
Marinating.
Well, whatever you want to call it.
That's what I
It's really
call it.
good. Yeah.
Now, we could add this now. The chicken, I don't think was, cooked to be falling apart cooked. So we could add the chicken, and you also add the green onions and let them simmer
Oh,
together.
yeah, the
And
chicken.
how long do you want them to simmer?
The longer you let it simmer,
The better
the
the
better.
taste.
Add the chicken to it now.
So
Yeah.
there's really no time constraints on it.
It should cook at least an hour.
Okay.
How much chicken you got here? This is like almost not
Looks
quite a
like-
whole chicken.
No, it's not quite the whole chicken
Now, you
because
used
we
to tell me
use some
that
for jambalaya.
You would also sometimes when we made gumbo, you would focus sometimes on just using dark meat.
Right.
Sometimes.
Right.
And other times we just use the breast. Or
Perhaps that was because when I grew up, we had guinea fowl, and guinea was used for gumbo, and guinea meat is a dark meat.
Now, when does this go in? Now?
You can put it in now.
Oh,
Yeah.
And this is just how much chopped green onion?
What?
How much?
Whatever you see.
And this is well, this is about what, half
Okay,
a cup? And it's just the tops of the green, not the white ball.
No.
Okay. Just put that in.
Okay.
And, let's see here. Let me
I think
start.
we're good. We let it
So
cook for a
again,
bit.
ingredients were about a half cup of olive oil, in this case, half cup of flour to make the roux.
Yes.
Open all windows, turn the fan on the smoke
Turn
alarm.
off the smoke alarms.
And then you then saute about a cup of chopped bell pepper, chopped onion, white or yellow, and chopped celery.
Yes.
Saute it until they wilt a little bit. Then you stirred in the andouille sausage.
Yes.
And a little salt and pepper to taste.
Yes.
And a little bit of cayenne pepper.
Yes.
And then we put it into the chicken stock that you got from cooking the chicken.
Yes.
Previously, the whole chicken, which is about 2 quarts, maybe a little more or less. And then we added the chicken. Usually the chicken is added toward the end, not long before you serve it, right? And then
if it's been cooked ahead of time.
They cooked ahead of time. Yeah. And then also half a cup of chopped green onion.
Yes.
And then you let it simmer for a while.
Yes.
Just let the flavors
Your
combine.
short-term memory is doing very well today.
Then you know, after it's cooked a while, do a taste test for seasonings, and you can adjust your seasoning.
And of course, the gumbo
Different
filet is not easy to find outside of Louisiana unless you go to a specialty store. And it's made from ground sassafras leaves,
Yes.
and you sprinkle over the soup, the gumbo, not a soup, gumbo,
On the individual serving.
an individual soup to taste. It's got like an earthy kind of taste, and it might thicken it a little bit.
Yes.
Slightly. Oh, did I mention the okra? I didn't mention the okra, but the okra's in there too. Which is about a cup of okra, right? 2 cups?
2 cups of
2
okra.
cups of okra. Sliced okra. And that's home cooking.
That's home cooking.
Cooking.
Thanks, you guys.